It was so crazy looking in that text. There's something I seen the other day too. Something I seen it talk about the fallen angels and stuff. Huh? Oh yeah, we're back. We're back. Live and direct. What I want to do, we gotta give y'all some music before we get started, man. You know how we do. Share the screen and stuff. Let's play some music. Where the jams at? Where the jams at? Where your man's at? In the morning, when I'm yawning, give thanks, all the natural, the aku, my ancestors, for you. 6 in the morning, nah, I'm just joking. I stretch a little bit and then let my eyes open. Curtains slide back to reveal the one. Rays trickle down my face, I could feel the sun. I stop for a moment and gaze. Even the baboons at noon raise their hands in praise. From a culture way back that's suspended in time. Let your third eye open, let me free your mind. Hands off in the morning, hands raised. Like the incense of the poor libation. Giving praise, thinking my aku. Venerate my ancestors and the natural. Us all have rule that the wind and prove that your best. Can't forget your who you must. Every day that I wake, the breath that I take, why I knock my lifestyle ain't fake. I give praise to the lessons they brought. I listen in detail to all the information they taught. Grandma and grandpa used to keep me in check. I could find the same lessons in Pataho Tech. Uncle Shashank really made me reflect. So when I read the scrolls of the past, there's no disconnect. The incense is a ladder to the pet. I ask you to sit and drink with me, keep me from this fat. Your wisdom grows stronger in death. We cling to your memories and strive for the standard you set. And it's so therapeutic to use it, I had to put it over music so the culture won't lose it. Locked to the spiritual movement. Hip-hop started with boom bap, we ended with boom bap. In the morning, hands raise the sun like the incense up and pour a libation. Giving praise, thinking my aku. Venerate my ancestors and the natural. Us all have rule that the wind and prove that your best. Can't forget your who you must. For the moon and the light, for the stars shining bright, for my car and my bar when my soul takes flight to the north of abyss. All the things I will miss when my side and my heart travel towards Sirius. Up afar, I can tell where they are when I see the Aru. I can even smell the cakes of Asar. When I roam, miss me when I'm gone. I cool, natural, open arms, welcome home. In the morning, hands raise the sun like the incense up and pour a libation. Giving praise, thinking my aku. Venerate my ancestors and the natural. Us all have rule that the wind and prove. Hands off, hands off, hands off. Hands off, hands off, hands off. Check it out one time. ETE Ematap Seni Senet Ankwas the Jed Ank Uja Seneb Dua Henu back in the we are back in the building, we are back on the map, all that good stuff, man. We got come in. We got crazy kids outside, we got all types of stuff going on today. It come in, open the door. We got all types of stuff today, man. But we what's up, fellas? And so the kiddos are all over the place with me today. Grammy's downstairs. You know it? Anyway, Henry, we are in the mix. You hear kids all over the place. Actually, close the door. Keep the kids in that room while we handle the business. All right. Here we go. That's why I said family matters, a discussion, right? So we just finished talking about Geb and Newt, breaking down some of the aspects of that mythos. Not a whole lot of the story in the discussion. The discussion talks about the stars and talks about the lives of those two Necharu as a family. And we'll get more in depth concerning, but so much to pull from when you go through these texts so that you can learn what's really going on. And right now we'll harp on Ptahhotep. We'll go to Maxim 20. It says, on the right attitude towards acquisitiveness, on gentleness and violence. And these are the things that you find in the home when you're dealing with the situation in the home. You know, you find yourself in gentle situations, you find yourself in violent situations, which you shouldn't, and you find yourself in acquisitive situations. Let's read what the maxim says. It says, when it comes to the sharing of riches, spiritual and material, don't be greedy, right? So Geb becomes the prince of all the natural. This is a principle that's really rich. He controls a lot of things. You have to keep in mind not to be greedy, right? These are the important factors of stories of this nature. Then it says, take only what is rightly yours. So now we're talking to outside parties. If she was rich, it would be the other way around. In this situation, though, we know that Seb became very rich. Newt did not. She did because she was with her husband. Take what's yours. Don't treat your husband like a whipping boy. Don't be a gold digger. Don't be digging all through his pockets for all types of things that you know. Be fair. Be kind to each other. Don't be greedy with your friends and family. A request from a gentleman has greater value than the same request from a violent one. You understand that? I can ask you softly to see what you'll give me. And I would expect if you love me like I love you, you're going to give me the same in return. You shouldn't be violent and protruding and pushy and I need to have that. That's not my art. That's not the type of relationships that we breed. This is an African relationship with love and care instilled in it. And ma'at at its center, the foundation of all things. The foundation of you and your relationship, Gab. The foundation of you, Newt. And so it says, the latter is given very little by his friends. The violent one is given little by his friends. In fact, you remember the movie Friday. Soon as Debo would come around, they get to tuck in their chains. What you got on my Craig? Nothing. I ain't got nothing on your 40, Debo. Pooh tucked in his chain. Chris hiding joints. She's swallowing cigarettes. No one likes to be around a person like that. And in the family, it's even worse, right? If you're a husband who's really needy, let's go there, fellas. A lot of y'all live with the woman and you don't supply anything economically. A lot of you live with your girl and you supply nothing economically. It's not a choice. Some of us have choices. It's not a choice for a lot of y'all. Y'all just in there, y'all being hobos. You're being hobos. Some of you have a choice. And you still asking, you still always got your hand out. You still trying to, that's not how you should be. That's not how it's supposed to go. Women is the same way. A lot of women are well-to-do. Really well-to-do, huh? And you still asking, oh, but I need my hair, my nails done every Friday. I'm gonna have to let you go. We gotta cut this short. You don't know what it is. So these are the things that you have to get around, because that's what you run into. Let's keep going down the maxim a little bit. It says the latter is given very little by his friends and family, since he has to go without the benefits that dialogue can bring. He's got a horrible tongue. He doesn't know how to speak to people. Of course, they're not going to let you have things. You don't know how to talk. You don't show any respect. A little greed is enough to transform someone calm and collected into someone quarrelsome. And that's where most fights start, over money and economics in the household. Money and economics in the household. Or treatment of the tongue. If you want to have a real long relationship, you need to mind your words. You need to mind how you behave towards each other. You need to mind how you ask. You don't want to be frugal, but you also don't want to be a gold digger, and you don't want to be overbearing about funds, money, etc., etc. It's not very becoming. Let's go to one more maxim. Let's go to maxim 21 on the love and respect due to a wife, right? Because we heard Geb call Newt a mother beast. Nowadays, the language is, like I said, it probably describes a female puppy. So you got to watch your tongue. You got to watch your mannerisms and your behavior. But it says this, it says, if you're a man of quality, build your house. Love your wife intensely. Marry her according to the customary law. Nourish and clothe her. Oil is a remedy from her body. Make her happy all her life. She is the fertile earth, useful to and a light for her husband. Don't get involved in legal conflict with her so as not to provoke intense rage. Her furious looks can make the storm worse. And we know about a woman's scorn, right? And how she looks at somebody. Remember, it was Aset. It was Aset mourning her dead husband, which we'll talk about later in this series. She was mourning her dead husband, and a child came in, and she gave him such a look, he died on the spot. He died on the spot for breaking her sanctuary. It says, once again, her furious looks can make the storm worse. You know when a female mad at you and they get to looking at you all sideways and cross-eyed, calling you out your name. It says this, it says, act to keep your wife in your house. If you reject her, she will weep. Feminine energy is what feeds her being. What she acts is that channel be created for the energy of her love to flow. Maxim 21. The right energy that you give your wife will allow her energy to flow. And this is what you're looking for in her behavior, right? And we go back to when Geb presents the ring. It says, therefore he shall send and request the singer or the signet ring of Geb, and he puts it on the balance of Ma'at, along with what? Newt's necklace. These are the things you look for. This is what keeps the balance when you're both giving of yourself to the relationship to make it work. Let's talk about Geb a little bit. This is One of the ascension spells, utterance 214, I believe from the pyramid text. It says, as for anyone who speaks evil against the name of Unis, when you go out, Geb will degrade him to the lowest place in his city. He will restart, or he will retreat and be weary, but you will purify yourself in the celestial waters. Why do I even mention a text like that? Because Unis is an Asar. Geb is his father. Geb is the protector. Geb protects the children from harm, and we'll get into those discussions later in the stories. If you're a father, your main goal is to protect your household and the people in it. In this case, it would be a spiritual son, which we talked about in the last statements, right? But it says also in utterance 136, it says, praise Unis, take heed of the lake. That's the lake of fire. The messengers of your Ka, your spirit, have come for you. The messengers of your father have come for you. The messengers of Ra have come for you. Follow behind your son that you may purify yourself. Follow behind your forefathers in the best mannerisms that they left for you so that you can present a pure persona of yourself. Very important. Very important. And this is when we were talking about a spiritual son. This is why Unis is asking for Geb to come protect him. Because if it's a good child, the father is always going to provide protection. If it's a good wife, the father is always going to provide protection. And that's what's most important, that you provide protection. And you do that by purifying yourself in the celestial waters. This is a bath on a regular basis. This is a mental bath on a regular basis, because when your mind gets junky, you need to clear your head. That's when you go to the text. If you don't go to the text, you'll always have a junky mind. Your thoughts will get behind. I dropped my water gun. You did, and then the blind lead the blind, and that's when you're lost. Oh my God. I can't find my water. This child just dropped his water gun outside the window. Is he crazy? I'll be right back. Let's go check on it. Give me just a moment. All right, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see who we got in the building while we having this discussion before I drop the link. Solomonic TV in the building. My brother Jose is here. Hold on, let me see where's my link at? I see two of y'all was in the building. There go the link. Let me know if it's working for y'all when y'all get. I'll see you when you pop up in here. All right. Back to the text. Let's go to Maxim 37 on the happiness of marrying a joyous woman. If you marry a joyous woman who has full figure and is well known in her neighborhood, she should, supposing in her opinion the time is right, obey the dual law. Do not depart from her, and make sure she is well provided for. A woman with a joyous heart controls the life force. If her heart is joyous, She controls your life. And you know what they say about couples who have been together for a long time? You know what they say? Happy wife, happy life. But when you have, I see both of y'all in here. Let me add y'all to the stage. When you have a happy wife, and both of you are happy together, they say couples who are together live longer. That's a scientific study. So you got to keep your wife happy. And you seen Geb try to do just that. And you seen when they had the quarrel, you seen our brother Shu, Papa Shu had to step in. And once he stepped in, they're able to produce children. They're able to produce you. These are the populations of the earth. And a lot of people don't know that. Happiness brought about humankind. Impu Mdua is in the building. Imhotep Saber
Imhotep.
is in the building. Imhotep Saber, what's going on, brother Jose?
What's up, man? A very, very good presentation. And you know
Dua,
what's interesting? I actually got a hold of a rendition of the text. Now it's by Budge, which people don't recommend to read. When I was reading the text, I actually found out that when they talk about moisture and these different things, is actually in the text. And I thought somebody just gleaned that, but the text actually says that they represent moisture, air, and the different elements that they represent in the primary text. And I
it
didn't know
sure
that
does.
until I read Budge.
It sure
It was,
does.
and I also observed that when you look at noon, now let me put this out there. I am considered a non-reader by industry standard. So anything I say about Medu nature might be subject to correction. When you look at the term noon, it actually breaks down water and sky. Is that correct?
Yes, she's the
Mm,
night sky and the day sky in one of the texts.
But what I'm
mm.
saying is the glyph themselves represents sky and water. Not so?
Oh,
The
they
new
call her
jars,
the water.
the three
Oh, go
new
ahead, bro.
jars. Yeah. So you have the pit glyph and the three new jars. So essentially, I mean, I wouldn't read too much into, I guess, the pure symbolism of the glyphs, more so than the meaning, more so like what contextually. Um, so the noon in a sense, so is the source that everything goes back into. Um, and so that is your primordial source. So the, like you said, like the heaven, but the new jars is what we hold water. Is what the purpose of it was to hold water, the purifying water.
Right. But
So
my sorry.
so I was saying, so and the noon is that primordial water that is the waters of heaven. So yeah, kinda, but not exactly that. It's like a different, like a
The primeval waters, if you
yeah,
will. So
yeah.
uh, if you read it right, what's a good example? If we go to your book of coming forth by day, for most of y'all, that's the book of the dead. You'll find in text 59, I believe it is, she's like the meat. She provides the food and the drink for the deceased, for the one who is transitioned, right? She allows you to sniff the air. Geb in another text provides your jawbone. These are your parents. This is what your parents usually do for you, right? And she's also when you see her as the sycamore tree, she's providing water
Mm-hmm.
for your car. So her symbolism is definitely there concerning, as Impu has pointed out in his our brother Joseph has read. Now here goes an exemplary text about her. Since you're talking about Budge, it said, spread herself your mother Nut over you in her name of cover of heaven. She make you to be as a netcher without your enemy in your name of netcher. Let's go a little further. She says, she withdraw you from thing every evil in her name of defender from evil, great lady, and from Ura, whom she had brought forth. So she protects you from every evil.
And she's also called the Great Sieve as well.
Mm,
So that see like that purifying essence essentially. The like a filter. Um in which is what serves the Duat serves that purpose.
absolutely. Absolutely. And this is what it's about. Remember, they also give you the words of power. Geb teaches you your words of power. Newt helps you profess them. She protects her son Asar. The very first part of the pyramid text, gentlemen, the very first 12 lines. And her very first one, it says, recitation by Newt, the greatly beneficent. The king is my eldest son who split open my womb. He is my beloved, with whom I am pleased. Geb says something similar. She is your mother. She is your heart. Remember your text now. Remember what it says. My heart, my mother. My heart, my mother. My
Mm-mm.
heart, my mother.
Now come into being. The heart of my coming into being.
Do not testify against me. And you know a mama won't testify against her baby. You know a black mama ain't gonna do that. He ain't do nothing wrong. Man, we got it on video. He shot me. You ain't got my baby doing nothing. That's Newt. That's your protectress right there. That's the wife who will stand next to you in times of trouble. That's the wife. Yo, baby, the car broke down. The carburetor's not working. I'm about 2 hours out. Shut up, boy. I'm on my way. Click. Call you right back. What's the address you at? 18. I know you at. Click. And to show up there, that's Newt. Everything we read, that applies to Newt. That's Newt. She withdraws you from every evil thing in her name of defender from every evil great lady. If they wasn't talking about a black mama, I don't know who they was talking about, but I know some white mamas who would do it too. Know some Arab and some Mexican mamas who would do it too. It's that universal note. It is what it is. It is what it is. So these are the things that we find, that we figure out, and that we see around these texts. Impu, you want to add anything?
Um yeah, I guess I'll add in the generally in your curse in the coffins, the lid would be new, and then the actual bottom of the coffin, the bed of the coffin would be Gab. And so you are buried in between them and as they embrace you.
Mm.
Um
And I'm sure you're seeing several coffins with new painted on the.
but there we go, Saber.
It ain't letting me bring my camera off. That's okay. It ain't gonna let me bring my camera off. But that's very important that that what you just said right there, because if you've ever opened some of these coffins, that's what you see. You see Newt's body stretched out on the coffin. Then you see You don't see Geb painted on the bottom, but you'll see some of the writing mention it concerning. So you always have those types of situations concerning. Let me see what else it had in here about Mother Nude. I believe it was in a text from Peppy. I want to share this joint right here. Let's look. Let's look at some of this metal nurture real quick. Let me see if it'll allow me to share anything that's acting so crazy with me today. Why you acting crazy with me today? Here we go. So when we start to look at some of this metal nurture, you can start to see some of the story, right? You got to go to different areas to find the story. When we start, it starts over here, and we read into the face of it looks like Kanemu, right? Canoe.
Yeah, one of the so this will be so the Rams you see here are the part some of the seven Kanumus that work at the service that are the messengers essentially of the Great Canoe. And they also function as aspects of Shu. Um, so on the let me see if I can
Let me blow it up a little bit.
yeah let me blow it up trying to see a little bit.
Metal nurture time. All right, here we go. So y'all can see at home. You can start it right here. We'll keep it simple. Right here is shoe. You've got the
Yep,
feather, you've got the ooh sound, and then you have the nurture sitting. Now he's holding up the heavens, which is Newt here. You
yep,
see him
that'll be
underneath.
Phi E, which is uplifting,
Yes.
and then new.
And you have him right there, the F representing him. And over here, what do this say?
Newt. He uplifts Newt.
And the Necharet is here. And right below, here's his arms. Here goes those servants of Kanemu, or his different forms, holding up the arms of Shu so he never gets tired. This is called the Nini gesture, when they lift up your arms. And you see him holding her up here. This is after the quarrel. This is that father who stepped in between her and Geb down here with his arm stretched. They say this arm here is for the setting sun, and this raised hand is for the rising sun. And so they have him here. And then as we go, you want to play with this at all?
Yep,
Meow.
yep, yep. And so, well, I guess let's go to the Kanumu, the Ba'u that are holding the arms of Shu. On the left side, we have Ba Shep's. Let me see, Ba Shep's, Ba Shep's hot. Shep hot. Yeah. So it'd be the Noble Ba, Ram Face, the Ram Face Noble Ba, the Great Netcher and I want to say, let me see, yeah, Netcher and then I want to say, what's that, Pet?
Perret. Yep.
I'm trying to see, yeah, Pet, and then
Going
Carrot.
forth in heaven. Yeah.
Yep, one forth in heaven, and on the right side, on the far, well, like on the right side, would be his name will be above the ram, and
Oh,
he is
hold on. Let me go above.
uh-huh,
Where you
and
at?
then he
Here.
right there above the ram, under the mouth of Newt, and that is the excellent Ba.
Ikir.
Yep,
Tep.
Ikare. Yep, the excellent Ba, and that's a determinative, and then uplifting at the right side, on the right side behind him, he is uplifting
Where you at?
Uteches Pet on the right hand side of behind the ram.
Right
Yep,
here. So pet.
yep. Yeah, Uteches Pet, which is
Uteches.
uplifting heaven. Ra uplifts heaven.
Right here.
Newt Mesut.
birthing
Yep,
natural.
yep, the birthing. So you have that, and then of course on both sides you also have the excellent bars on the both sides
So
of
let's
New
slow down
Testament.
for just a second, right? So when we're here, this is Nut Pet Mesut Nature U.
The birther, the great, the divine birther, or the birther of the Necheru.
Right there. You can see it in the text. Let's go here. Who is this one?
Is Geb, the father of the Necheru.
Hello.
Said, father Necheru, eat Necheru.
So right here it says Seb. Here he goes. Itef, which is father. Netchert. Can't remember if that's Netcherti or Netcheru, how I do it, but that's the Netcher. And these are the several. He's the father of them. He's the prince. He's the
Yeah, that
Earth
T
father.
is actually the I think it's the because that F is just a placeholder. It's not really there. It's it, and so that's the agreements, the T of agreement.
Mm. But the F is telling you it's a him, y'all.
Well,
So
no, it's not. No, they put it. No, I'm just saying they put it. Well, I'm just saying they put it's a false feminine, but they put the F there, generally because when they say father is usually tied to Etep, his father, the pronoun
it's
he is.
yeah,
And so it's just a placeholder. In a lot of instances, it's not really
it's
his
not
father in the
said.
context, right? It's there to be just father, but they don't put,
This is
you
how you
know,
know it means father, because you'll see this F. Yeah.
right. Pet eat, yeah,
He's talking
eat,
about
yeah. I had
phonetically.
got that confused when I was on. I was like, eat pep like jet I was doing jet for forever instead of jet. So they'll do that.
Yeah. What's this over here?
I don't know. I'm kind of
It's
far
like,
away. Let me see. I'm gonna say raw, right?
yeah, I want to say that's
Okay,
raw.
Eres a ket, yeah, in the land of life. And that's another name of the Duat of the West. Ket.
So peace, hetap, F, he,
Ket.
yep, chet, ket. And that's the horizon right there. And we've read pretty much the whole Stella, man. That's pretty much the whole thing. I mean, we could go over here if we wanted
And
to.
then and then on the outside of Newt's legs, you have Pedward, the great power, the great strength. Um, can't really see the bottom of it. What's under
Which
that?
where you
I'm on
seeing?
the far left side.
Let me see if I could blow it up here. Let me check, make sure we ain't got nobody up. We got Jose coming back in to the stage. Is where I'ma get you at. All right, let me see. Let's scroll down a little bit and let's blow it up. Where's my blow up to? There it go. Let me know if you can see it.
I can see a little bit. Yep, I can see it. Yep, the great birther. Well, not the great power.
Here's the great right here. It says
Yep,
wait.
great, and that's petty. So that one is petty. So the great strength. Um, the great nature and great nature.
This is like Neferta.
That's the
That's the ah. You sure
Yeah,
that
that's
looks
the
like Nefer
nature.
sideways?
Yeah, that's the nature. Because Nefer's never sideways.
See, input no. So there it is. Now what is this? This is T and this is what? Ah.
Uh,
You sure?
yeah,
Nefer,
I'm sure. Because if you know what,
the good land.
petty, yeah, word petty, yeah. Because but you know what? They'll sometimes put the T at the at the great too.
Ah. Ah.
Yeah, I'll see that too.
Saber and Pooh is in the building doing this thing. What's good, Jose? Add to the fray for us, brother.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up?
Sorry about that. My wife came and I had to jump off quick.
Ah,
Something here. But I saw
Mm-hmm.
I emailing you, I WhatsApping you, you answering me. I want you to come on my show and help me out. I have a presentation I want to do called the
okay.
Semitic Starter Pack. So
Okay.
I'm gonna some back up on that one.
We could do it later tonight. Let's go up here. Let's look at some more scenes, right? I'm going to tell y'all early, right? No, I'm not. I'm gonna let it ride. It's like the Jedin, then it gets into it and all that. Words.
Words said by Jehuti,
There
Ned
you
Medometer, Scribe of the Necheru, Sesh Necheru, Scribe of the Paut Necheru, Persejet Necheru, the Persejet,
This is
um,
this is the net share rule.
yep, Persejet Necheru, the Great Persejet, actually. Gotta
Ah,
keep reading. Yep, the Great Persejet,
Anpu.
the Life of Ra, in a wheel, probably in this boat.
And Pooh ripping it down, B. And here goes Gab. This is the picture in color, right? This is Gab, the earth. He's black like the soil. No, look, his arm is green too. Look. Smash like, nah. It's like, nah. Here goes Mother Newt above, and you see Shu with his arms being held by the forms of Kanum. And here goes that Ba we talked about earlier. This is the Ba right here. Whose coffin is this? This is whose coffin is this? I can't. I want to say it's Behu Tet's. I can't remember. It's Behu Tet's or somebody's like that. The Jetin, words spoken by. It's a different
Gail, yep, by Gail, or
Sab.
Pot.
He's the what? The prince. The
Or
pot.
Pot, or the Sedget, D, Kit.
I think it's the
Okay, DF, then, yeah, DF, Catnip,
cat neb.
Neferwab,
That means good and pure.
and then the name. Two, then the scribe, the royal scribe, Session of Sue, and then that's the title of the person. Yeah, he's the scribe, the royal scribe.
Yeah. And this is him in his spiritual form. He's become Aku. He's become an effective being. An effective one. Hands up, doing the knee gesture. So you can see it here live, gentlemen. This is the one. This is what we do. Shin Min. I can't remember. I'm rusty. I'm rusty a little bit. But here, we're reading this wall like we knew, like it's English. This is what we expect some of you guys to start doing. If you practicing at home, you should be able to do this. You should see Netra You should see, these are the simple things. You should see Neferu. The simple things. You should be able to just see it. I don't expect you to read this, but give us the simple stuff, y'all. So you can know the story, so you can get involved with the story. We got there. What else we got? This is the book of coming forth by day by Teneb, uh, Teneb,
The Nebe Iseru.
Nebet Sher, yeah, Nebeti Sheru, about
Watch
950 BC. What you say, Jose?
listen, they put me to work here. So just look out for either an email or WhatsApp so we could just have a little discussion on what it is I want to talk about and how I could humbly respect your help, right? So I'll be listening, but I can't participate right now. And I did bring in a set of work for me to do, so I don't even think I dropped, huh?
Oh, you good? You good? You,
Okay, okay. Nothing
I've
there,
just been
nothing
listening
there.
to you, right? Don't think I went
what
in
this
there
say right
and
here?
put me
What
to
this
work.
say? What this say before you leave? Right here.
I, I'm on my phone, so I can't even see.
Oh, okay.
I see a SAR.
There it is. That's all you got to say. You good money.
I see something with. I see. Wait a minute.
See,
Is
now
that
you ready to
Kenty?
read the whole
Is that
thing. Go on. You
Kenty?
got to go to work, man. You got to go to work.
Is that Kenty Neffer?
Oh, see, he reading it.
No, no,
That's
no, no, no. No, sorry, Kenty Neferu. Then I see Amin. I think. Is that Amin?
Break it down
yeah.
for him, people.
I don't
Okay.
know what
So
the
you
next
had
glyph is.
a SAR, then that's the Emi so that's the tongue. So that's the Emi Nefer. So the good overseer.
Okay. But I
And then Emin, you had that right. Emin.
and I see something about
Um,
elder. Don't actually say the Medu Necha.
Sir. Yeah, Emin, sir. Emin the elder. Emin.
All right.
Eh?
And that's the one elder. Because I know that last word is what?
What's this? This is my Keru, huh?
Is it?
Uh-huh. It should
I
be.
thought it was what?
And I
True.
can't really see. I'm too far.
But let me get out of here because you're gonna make me get in trouble.
Uh oh. All
All
right.
right, later.
Give it up.
I'll be listening in
Let me
though.
look.
For sure. We got something similar over here. Asar. What it say?
Emi Nefer, a good overseer.
Amen.
Sir, elder.
This is actually his name.
Ah,
Sarah Amen.
sorry, email. Okay, then.
Sir Amen. And that's him right there doing the uh good
Ekinu.
yeah, the Heckanoo stance with his arm raised. What you see Horace doing. So this is Sarah Amen. And over here, you got the same thing. Sarah
Mm-hmm. Yep, I can
Amen.
see the marker on that on the left side a bit better.
Mm-hmm. Spelled the same way on this side, just better as he was saying. And what is he? He's true of voice, Ma'a Keru. He's an effective being at this time. Atesh. With the shin here for protection of his name. And look at Ra shining. It's going down. It's going down. We done switched it all up now. Now y'all got a full metal nature lesson. You got copper over here. You got different nature root. It's posted. And remember, it was all about the relationship. We covered it. You're going to go from meeting somewhere in a library, in a grocery store, in the bar, having drinks. Hey, girl. Oh, you're so funny. Oh, there goes his name. Papyrus is Sarah Amen. 1075 to 950 BC. That's him. And then you're going to be kissy face like a buck, like a dollar. You got a new story right here. Then you're going to be in deep love. In sweet love. And be calling out your name. You're going to play that, you know. Then you're going to propose. You're going to get down on that knee. Will you marry me? Will you be my forever? All she got to do is grab her arm. She doing the knee. I'm telling you, you got to do the same thing. Then you'll be tripping. And when y'all start tripping, and accusations start flying, and it's like this, I want you to remember after Papa or Mama come and talk to you concerning that these is the ones it's about. These babies, they don't want to hear that. Look at her covering her ears. Because Gab called her a mother beast. And they got the tripping. And so then you gotta explain what you said about your mom. And you see the look on the young man's face, man. He ain't going for, nah, I heard what you said about mom. No, but see, I didn't mean it, son. Son, I didn't mean it. And that go both ways. You gotta watch how you talk to each other. Then you gotta get back to explaining. And once you do that, the family is united again. You back to, you understand? It's a process you'll work on time after time. And we'll keep reminding you of what's good. You want to close out with any words, Impu?
Yeah, guess so. Um, guess I'll give a offering perk Keru, the Hatep Dinasu. We'll
Shout
end it
out to
out.
Pan African Design in the building. Our brother James shooting them arrows. Give the offering.
All right. Hatep Dinasu and a Sadu Nefer Kintin Mintu, Nefer Head of Abju. As Erknu Metra Heneptawi, Nebe Imanet, Heru, Sasar, Nejitel, Kanun, well, I'm finna go into my normal. But Perkeru, DE Perkeru, at Heket Ka Apet, Shes, Minket, Sun Netra, Ket Nam, Neferwab, Uncle Netra.
Dua. That's going to close it out. This is the after discussion of the Geb and Newt story. We'll be back with more of the Family Matters series. Next up, we need to talk about the kiddos in the top.
What's up?
All right.